Welcome back to the Slasher Siblings podcast. I'm your co-host Cicely,
I'm your host Aiden.
and today we're talking about Scary Movie. Came out in 2000. It's rated R. It's an hour and 28 minutes long. It got a 6.3 out of 10.
Yeah.
A year after disposing of the body of a man they accidentally killed, a group of dumb teenagers are stalked by a bumbling serial killer. Okay, and also time for the question from last week. What character is revealed to be the werewolf in the movie Silver Bullet? Answer: the priest.
And if you got that right, then, good job. If not, then better luck next time. We'll read the next question later.
Later.
And this movie's pretty. It's one of my favorites.
It's a classic.
It's stupid, but
It's a classic.
exactly. And it's not scared to show you exactly what it's making fun of, or what movie it's making fun of, or whatever.
Yeah, they do not care. This whole series
Doesn't
care.
The Wayans brothers are just great.
They're great.
They're hilarious. So let's get started into this movie. It's not a true horror movie, but it's
Just
making
for
fun
funsies.
of. Yeah, making fun of horror movies is close enough.
Close enough.
So it starts off with a Scream parody, and they call her Drew, which is Drew Barrymore, because she's the first girl from Scream, and they took it in a really funny way. As to, it was funny how he called her and, do you like scary movies, and making the popcorn, and he's hiding behind the couch kicking his feet laughing.
That's one of the funniest scenes in the whole movie.
Kicking his feet like that, yeah. And what's really funny is the chase scene right after that. It's him chasing her down, and she does like every stereotypical horror movie type. You know what I'm trying to say. She falls, and there was like a knife and a grenade and a gun or whatever.
And a banana.
And she took the banana, and she was running out to the car, and the person that could help them never sees them.
Yeah.
So yeah, every
I wonder
stereotypical.
why they didn't see her.
Yeah, wonder why.
I wonder why.
It did like every stereotypical thing that happens in like every horror movie.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. But he stabs her.
He said
rips out the implant.
her breast implant, yeah, he ripped it out. When he is in the living room hiding from her, and he's like he was saying like how she didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can see you. You're behind the couch.
Yeah. Actually, I think we were confused because he's behind the couch for Cindy, not Drew.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so we were a little ahead of ourselves.
Is he
there.
behind the curtain?
Yeah.
Yes, he's behind the curtain.
No, he was outside and said that your boyfriend who likes to put on makeup and wear women's clothes.
Oh, yes, in the chair.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then
that makes sense.
he breaks in the house and stuff. Yeah.
Correct. We're thinking of the other scene.
Yeah, that's coming up later.
Still so funny.
And then it's at this point that it has some of the most insane jokes. It's why that this movie is so great. It's because it's so outlandish, and who but the Wayans brothers could get away with something like that?
Oh yeah.
And I mean White Chicks too.
White Chicks is one of my favorite movies. It's so good.
Who else could have gotten away with that except
No
the
one.
Wayans brothers?
So good. Such a classic.
But it was funny that the girls are walking like to the school or whatever, and like there's like a coroner truck in the background, and like saying how Buffy's such a slut and all this other stuff, and like just the amount of stuff that they do in the movie and the stuff that they say in the movie was just only
it would never fly today.
No, it wouldn't.
But I just love those sort of movies.
And this is where we see for the first time. Well, actually, one of the insane jokes was he came in through the window and she said, would you settle for PG-13? And she opens her shirt and it's a dude's chest.
It's so gross.
So gross.
The first time I watched that, I was like, oh.
Yeah, like
whoa, jump scare.
It was, you weren't expecting it,
no.
You know?
And I just want to see who's the actor for Cindy? Is it Anna
Faris? Yeah.
She's so good.
She's so funny.
She's so funny in the scary movies, and then also like House Bunny.
Yeah,
she's
really
a funny girl. I really like her.
Yeah, me too. But
she's really good at being stupid.
So Shorty and Brenda come in, and Shorty is my favorite character, while Brenda being yours.
Yes.
And that we are those people on our phones. You're still Brenda in my phone.
Yeah, you're Shorty in mine, and I still have to explain it to people.
Yeah, I still explain it to you. Yeah, me too.
Because people text me like, but they don't take it as that. They're like, "Who's Shorty?" I'm like, "Oh, that's my brother." They're like, "But he's not short." I'm like, "Okay, you don't
you
get it."
You take it literally.
Yeah, you don't get it.
You haven't seen Scary Movie, obviously. And then Shorty says some of the funniest lines in this whole movie.
He's so funny.
And he's in the news interview, and she asks him, "What would you have said to Drew or whatever?" And he goes, "Run, bitch, run!" It kills me every time. And like the look on his face too, it's just hilarious.
That's a very Fayette County thing, I think.
That is true. And then there was one moment shortly after when Ray is standing at the locker with Greg, and he turns around and he goes, "Does this shirt make me look gay?" No, you're good. He goes, ties it up, and he goes, "How about now?" She's like, "No, you're good." Cool. And he walks away with it still tied.
So funny.
And like the whole movie played him off as gay.
I know.
For the whole beginning until, the end. He's like, "No, I'm not gay. What are you talking about?" But then there's the next scene where they bring in the parody for "I Know What You Did Last Summer."
Oh my god.
Talking about
my god.
the dead body they killed, or the dead guy they killed, and
they hit him with the car.
They hit him with the car, and he stands up and he's like, "No, I'm fine."
No, guys.
And they smack him with the alcohol bottle, and
guys, I'm okay.
So it's just so funny how
I feel like in order to know what we're talking about, if you haven't seen Scary Movie and you're listening to this point, just pause, go watch it, and come back. But I really hope that you guys have all seen Scary Movie by now.
Yeah, this is not a new movie by any means.
No.
It's 24 years old.
I would kind of be disappointed if everybody hasn't seen this at least once.
I know, because
not everyone has watched it religiously like us, but
we were watching it when we were 10 years old.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have been watching it that young, but we were.
And they throw the body in the harbor or whatever you want to call it.
They
and
definitely took his wallet first, though.
Yeah, they took his jewelry, wallets, and money and stuff. But Shorty pulls up, and Brenda's supposed to take care of him, and he says the funniest line in this whole movie for me. And it's the papers, blunts, bongs, all the ingredients, and I can't say the rest of it, but that's my favorite line in the whole movie. So
funny. And then he laughs and drives away. You're like, what the fuck?
Every scene that Shorty's in is absolutely hilarious. I've never I've never had one scene with him in it that I haven't laughed at. He is just absolutely hilarious. But the next scene, we do get introduced to Doofy.
I love Doofy.
He's so funny.
It makes it really hard to take, like, to watch the actual Scream and take him seriously. Dewey.
That's true, I guess. Yeah.
Like, it is.
Yeah.
It's hard because I think when I was younger, I think I saw Scary Movie first before I saw Scream.
Probably.
Because when I was younger, I wasn't really like I didn't really want to watch the scariest movies.
Yeah.
So then I kind of got
Well,
an
you were
idea.
scared of Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, I kind of got an idea from like Scary Movie what it was, and then I watched the actual one, and I was like, dude, I cannot take him seriously.
He kind of is like a idiot in Scream, Dewey.
Yeah,
so.
he is.
I guess it's kind of fair how but they went a little further.
They went a little
too far.
A little too far.
And there was a moment that it wouldn't fly in a movie today where Buffy was like, I forget what scene it was at what point in the movie it was, but Cindy goes, "You told Doofy?" And she goes, "Who would believe a retarded retard like Doofy?"
It's so
messed up. And it's so awful. But it's like funny at the same time because I don't know, you just had to watch it back in 2000. 2000 whatever when
that's when they said that a lot.
Yeah.
They said that word a lot in the 2000s. Even like Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Regina George.
Yep. She
goes, what did she say? I can quote it, but she's like, I know what homeschooling is. I'm not retarded. I was like, oh my god. I obviously have seen Mean Girls 1,000 times, but I watched it the other day and I was like, oh. I didn't realize she said that.
Legit meant slow.
Yes. And I don't think it meant like what, the
connotations of it now.
Yes, yeah. I think it just meant like
just slow.
I got a side note, I went thrift shopping today and I got a shirt with a sloth on it who looks a little special holding a flower and it says live slow. I said, I need that.
The retarded
I got
sloth.
it. Yeah. I got it.
In the next scene, Cindy is seeing Ghostface, and I kind of think that whoever did Ghostface, I assume it was one of the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
Whoever did the Ghostface nailed the silly nature.
Oh yeah.
Because in the original Scream, it was like two teenage kids, and one of them was Stu.
Yeah.
And how they were tripping over everything, and when Sydney sees him and then looks away and then looks back, he turns and does the stupid cartoon run and just hides behind the tree. It was perfectly captured, even though it was a parody.
Yeah.
And then Sydney started getting the notes, which was a funny turning point of the movie. It's just so funny. I know what you did last Halloween, and then she flashes back to a picnic her and Bobby had.
The hot dog.
Yeah, and the hot dog.
What
the? And then the second note comes, and it's like, "No, bitch! When you killed that guy."
Yeah, not that. It's
just
so good. You guys gotta watch it.
The comedy is just so perfectly timed because you're not expecting it either.
No.
It's not like you were expecting the second note to say, "No, bitch, when you killed someone." But then Greg that's the scene where Greg dies.
Uh-huh.
And she's up there for a pageant or whatever. And she does a dramatic reading. And it's just funny how everyone's taking her seriously because of
they're like, wow.
She's really good.
She's like, no, seriously,
he's dying.
Somebody help! And they're like, wow,
this is so good.
Pretty good.
And then she goes to the back, right? And she's crying because Greg's dead or whatever. And the other girl goes, "They're calling your name. You won." And she's like, "What? I won?"
I won.
And Sydney comes in like, "Oh, is Greg okay?" "Fuck Greg, I won!"
I won.
"Get out of my way, loser!"
She's
oh
so
God,
funny.
it was, yeah, she is. And then it's at this moment that kills me. The stairs, where she is getting about to be killed by Ghostface, and she starts running down, running down the up and down the stairs, and so she runs up the stairs, throws the vase right off, breaks it off his head.
So stupid.
Grandma comes out. She throws Grandma down the stairs. And then
pushes a piano.
And then pushes the piano, and the way he runs down the stairs, it's so funny. It kills me every time.
It's
and the
so
pianos
good.
just come banging down the stairs and smacks right into Grandma. Like you don't see, you don't see Grandma for the rest of the movie, but that scene,
I wonder why.
It's just so funny that she got thrown down a set of stairs and then smacked on the piano.
Yeah. Classic.
But then she goes into the room, her bedroom, goes to 911 online, types in "white woman in trouble," and the police were there in
immediately.
like half a second. Like the camera cut to outside, and the police were there.
I know, it's so funny.
And the radio said, "There's a like 410 on a white woman in trouble." It's so funny.
Dumb.
And then, you know, he runs away and they arrest Bobby and everything, and then Ghostface calls Shorty, and they do the "was up" scene, and it's making fun of like a commercial for, I think it was like Budweiser or something, that they did a similar thing, but it's also been like joked about for years to come, like from other movies and TV shows and stuff. Like, yeah, that scene is like so iconic that other movies and shows have referenced it and stuff. I can't think off the top of my head what have, but I know I've
heard it before.
I've heard that in like movies and stuff, and I know that it was a reference to Scary Movie's "was up" scene. But yeah, that's like one of the most iconic scenes in the movie, and for me, one of the funniest. The funniest is the papers, blunts, and bongs thing.
It's so funny.
It was funny that they were talking about the killer and everything, and they were talking to Shorty, and he starts talking about it. "I saw this before." He goes, "What, on TV or something?" And he goes, "No, I saw it in the movie Scream." And they were like asking what happened, and he goes, "Well, I don't know. Some people came in and started shooting up the theater, so we had to get out." And there's a moment where Buffy's like making jokes to Cindy about the killer calling and stuff.
Yeah.
And she pretends to call on the phone and says, "Cindy, it's for you."
It's for you.
And she's like playing it off as the killer's not real, but didn't she see the killer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch the killer kill Greg? Like, why would she be the one?
Why would she not take it seriously?
Like, Greg's gone and dead, so...
Your boyfriend.
Your boyfriend. So, like,
dead.
why would you think that it's fake?
Yeah.
But, whatever. But
To each their own, I suppose.
I guess so. But the Buffy's death scene is pretty iconic, too.
Yeah.
And she's, like, she's making a joke out of every trope, also, where, you know... I'm gonna run around and you're gonna chase me. And now this is the part where I fall and break my leg, right? And she snaps her own leg. And
I was like, oh!
And then
why would you do that?
Ghostface cuts off her head, and she's like, "Oh, I'm a scary decapitated head. You got blood all over my Gucci sweater. I hope you're gonna pay for that."
He just takes the head and looks at her. He's like, what?
so stupid. It's so funny.
So funny.
And then Hailstorm,
yep,
instead of Weathers, is up at like the I guess make out point or whatever you
Uh-huh.
want to call it, and she's like looking for Ghostface to start killing people, and she's Ghostface starts killing that chick and starts chasing Gale and the camera guy out into the woods, and they parody Blair Witch at that moment with the camera angle and everything, and just the sun just
the
running
boogers.
at him. You know,
When I was younger and I first saw that, I was like gagging. I was like, "That's disgusting."
yeah, me too. That's how I was too. I was like, "This is so
boogers,
gross."
so many boogers was coming out of this guy's nose, and I was like, "Dude, that is way too much snot for me."
It's like I had to skip that part a couple times. I was like, "This is disgusting."
I can't really watch it anymore. I'm like, that is so gross.
I was watching it, you know, today, and I was just like, I just can't believe I watched this movie 1,000 times because of that scene. I was like, this is disgusting. Anyway, then they're at the movies, and she brings chicken. Do you want some popcorn? No, I brought my own snacks, and pulls out an entire fucking container of chicken and a bottle of hot sauce.
So funny.
And so Ray excuses himself to go to the bathroom, and then there's the stall scene, which that scene we shouldn't have been seeing it at the age we were.
That's a little messed up.
Yeah, and
I didn't understand what it was until I was older. I was like, oh.
Well,
okay.
Back then, I'm pretty sure when it would come on TV, they would like replace it with something like a knife or something.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And so we saw the, you know, I think we would have watched the PG-13 version, not the rated R version, I guess. But watching the rated R is a little more, you know, adult and a lot funnier, I would say.
Yes.
But yeah, that scene in the stall is definitely a messed up scene, for sure. And so Ray's dead now.
Not for the weak.
Huh?
It's not for the weak.
No, definitely not. And it's funny because now Ray is dead, and technically, you know, he should have been the killer, right?
Yeah.
Based off of like going off a Scream, he should have been the killer. Him and Bobby, but both of them, you know, at this point make it seem like it's not them. And so Ray's dead. He gets a dick shoved through his head.
A wiener in the ear, through the brain.
And the next scene is the Cindy and Bobby scene.
Oh my god.
They finally sleep together, and
it's so gross.
Kills me every time because it's just like so extreme.
It's way too extreme.
It's way too extreme, and like it's just 100 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like they wrote like they were like, okay, how can we make this scene weird and disgusting? Okay, let's make it 10 times worse.
10 times worse.
And they did.
Disgusting.
And it kills me every time because of just like how wild and outlandish it is. But then the rap scene also kills me.
Yeah.
They were all doing their own rap, and then Ghostface does one, and Shorty's just like looking around. He's like, "Oh shit, that was the illest rap I've ever seen, son."
So stupid.
It's so stupid, but funny. And it's at this point that they changed up Scream a little bit.
Yeah.
And Shorty came running out, and Bobby shoots him. And he was like, "You want to hit this?
You want to hit this?"
While he's dying.
That was so dumb.
It was so funny too. But they changed up Scream a little bit, where like the boyfriend and I guess best friend, you could say, who are the boyfriend and Stu in the original Scream. They were apparently lovers, supposedly. In that argument, he's like, You should have guessed that, you didn't know that Ray was gay. He's like, I'm not gay. What are you talking about?
Okay.
He goes, yeah, at that time, you took me to that club. They play really good music.
Yeah. That's so stupid.
And, he goes, but you made love. No, you sucked my. Okay, we're not talking about this right now. It kills me. And the scene where Ray's stabbing him, he's like, I'm feeling a little woozy here. He's like, all right, it's my turn. No one's stabbing me. And he stabs him, and then Ghostface appears, who it was supposed to be one of those two.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just this third guy.
Yeah, they're just...
And kills Ray, and Bobby's already dead, and the way they land on top of each other is hilarious. And so the part that is really funny to me is the next part, how they not only did scary movies, like horror movies, but they also parodied. No. They also made fun of Usual Suspects. Because of Doofy being the killer the whole time, and he's actually normal. Because that's what happens at the end of Usual Suspects. Spoiler alert. I know that's a little late, but...
Sorry, guys.
If you haven't seen that, then I don't know what you're doing. But it's funny because he, like, rips off the mustache and he jumps in the car with Gail. Like, Gail was looking for him the whole time, pretty much, and then she didn't have a line. She just drove away with him, and the sheriff and Sydney were too late, and they parodied whatever.
If that is the word.
They made fun of also Final Destination at the end, where they smack Sydney and she flies up in the air.
That's so dumb.
And the movie's over. They didn't find, the killer, the actual killer. And the credits start to play, and there's a really funny scene that I've always laughed at with Shorty. He was giving the rules of how to survive in a horror movie, but we didn't know that he was actually robbing a gas station. And then there was an after credit scene with Doofy. Did you see it? Did you watch it?
I might have at one point.
It was way at the end. It was like the last 30 seconds or something, or 15 seconds, and it's Doofy sitting on his bed talking to the vacuum. He's like, I fell in love with someone else.
Oh my god.
And he kept pretending like the vacuum kept trying to do the thing.
And he kept like knocking it away. Yeah, I've seen that.
He goes, okay, one last time. Kills me. This movie is just so stupid and outlandish that it makes it all the funnier, honestly. But for the next part is our fear facts. I kind of want to say what the ratings we give it first.
Me?
Yeah. I think we usually do that. I don't remember, but what would you give this movie?
Well, I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. Strictly because it has been one of my favorite movies.
Absolutely.
For a long time.
Mine
and the only reason it's not 10 out of 10 is because it's not like a true horror movie. It's more like comedy. But I've really loved these movies for a long time.
Me too.
Plus, this isn't even my favorite one. I love, like I said before, the third one the most. But they're all so funny.
They're all hilarious. But I want to... As a horror movie, it's probably like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, as a horror movie, definitely like
it's
a 4 out of 10. But like movie. One of my, like in my personal rating, 9.
Yeah, I give it like a 9.
Yeah. For
like comedy-wise. Like, watching the movie for what it is, it's like a 9 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
It's absolutely hilarious. I love this movie. It's so stupid, outlandish, and funny.
Yes.
But as a horror movie, it's quite terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
It's quite literally terrible. But no, I give it the 2 different ratings because of the fact that it's not to be taken seriously.
Exactly.
And if you take the movie seriously, then you're going to have like an awful time because it's not serious. No, it's not at all. And just the fact that It just gets stupider and stupider as the
I
movie goes
know.
on. It's great. So let's get into the fear facts here. So there was actually supposed to be a cameo by Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was supposed to be in the closet as she was running up the stairs. Like the stair scene with the piano and stuff. Cindy was gonna open the closet and there was gonna be Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
It was written that way, but I think it was like scheduling conflicts
Oh man,
that they wrote it a different way.
she was busy in 2000.
Oh yeah,
Jamie Lee Curtis was booked and busy
yeah.
in 2000.
So this is called Scary Movie. That was actually the working title for Scream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
So people,
funny.
the fake title they always
Yeah.
give so people don't know what it is. Yeah, it was actually Scary Movie.
Oh wow, I didn't know
So-
that. That's cool.
This movie was made by the same studio as Scream.
Okay.
So it's kind of a coincidence.
Yeah.
In the beginning with Drew, the whole thing with Drew, there's actually a Scream poster in the background.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm gonna have to
I'll have
watch
to look
it.
for it, yeah.
I'm gonna look for it next time I watch it, which will probably be. It won't be long.
Yeah, it won't be long.
The high school name is called B.A. Corpse High School.
B.A. Corpse.
B.A. Corpse.
That's so funny.
And for the final fear fact, is the body count is 13 if you technically count Shorty.
Oh no.
I guess they don't actually count fully
Yeah.
Shorty. Because, I mean, technically he comes back in the sequels. Which, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a scary movie.
They all die and come back.
Yeah, exactly. And a little one that I just thought to add in there because why not? I always add the body counts
Yeah.
even if this movie isn't truly a horror
Yeah.
movie. 13 people still died, even if it was fake.
Kind of horror movie.
Kind of a horror movie. People died.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this movie. And anytime I would like watch TV, like TV, and it was on, I would literally turn it on every
Yep.
time. I don't care if I was like going to bed or what, I would turn Scary Movie on. Any of them, really, because
Yeah.
they're all
They're all good. Fifth one's not the best, but
now, but
has
it's
Mac
still
Miller in it though.
that, and it's still like stupid funny.
Yeah.
Stupid funny enough to where it's similar to the first ones enough to watch it.
For sure.
But yeah, I could watch any of them just over and over again and not get tired of them. And I'm kind of sad that they don't make them anymore.
I know, but it wouldn't be the same if
It wouldn't
came
be,
out now.
because a lot of people would freak out about
Yeah.
it. And like, it seems like they're never gonna make another White Chicks movie.
They're not. There's just no way.
They couldn't.
There's just no way.
And it sucks because it's those are absolutely hilarious, and I love the Wayans brothers. And I mean, they're still doing stuff, but
Yeah.
they just can't
not
do
of
what
that
they
caliber.
used to, which sucks. But go ahead and read that next question.
Let's see. Oh yeah, this one. In what movie does the government sanction an annual 12-hour period during which all criminal activity is legal?
This one's easy.
Easy peas. Come on, guys.
If you don't get this one because we did this movie already,
It'll be disappointing.
yes. So go ahead and answer that question on the Facebook. And
You can watch Scary Movie on Max.
yes. And next month is Cicely's birthday month, so
Yes,
she
it is.
picked all of the movies.
I picked
For-
all the movies, except I didn't get the last week yet. I haven't decided on the fourth week.
Oh, really? Didn't we?
No. Oh, yes. Okay, I didn't write it down. I forgot I picked that, but that is a good one. I'm coming in with The Heat for February. Are we announcing what it is?
Well, the first one.
Not all of them.
No, we'll give them a surprise.
Ah! It's Heat, guys. It's fire. So, the first week of February is something I've been wanting to do for pretty much since we started this. I'm like, we gotta do it. It's Rosemary's Baby. And it's a long movie, and it's old, but it's, oh my god, the first time I watched it, my mind was blown. It's so good. Have you seen it?
No, this will actually be the first
Oh
time
my
I've
god.
seen it.
When I first watched it, it's literally gonna make your brain explode. It's so good. So that's what we're doing next week.
That's it. And we'll announce the movies as they come out.
Sounds
Well,
good.
obviously on here, and then I'll put it on the Facebook. I haven't done the last, I think, 2 months.
Oh really? Okay.
On Facebook, like the whole month,
That's why I wasn't sure if we were just
to
saying
be
all of
kind
them.
of like a surprise. But probably afterwards I'll start doing that again. But we'll figure that out later on. We'll get through your birthday month first.
Yeah.
But
Because we got a big stuff coming up in March. We got
yep,
like Hayden's child is coming in March.
that's
so
right.
maybe a little early, whatever.
We'll find out.
Maybe a little birthday present, Frances.
I don't know about that early.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we'll catch you next week with Rosemary's Baby.
And thanks for listening.
I was waiting for Sis
Yeah.
to say something there.
Anyways, thanks for listening. And we'll catch you later.